Today, I'd like to talk about masking and ADHD. Most people mask part of their personalities, and people with mental health issues are generally pros at this. But what actually is masking? Masking is a process by which an individual changes or masks their natural personality to conform to social pressures, abuse, or harassment. Masking can be strongly influenced by environmental factors such as authoritarian parents, rejection, and emotional, physical, or sexual abuse. An individual may not even know they are masking because it is a behavior that can take on many forms. One of the most common examples of masking you can see in depressed people, how they might appear outwardly happy and loving and outgoing, and you'll have people make comments like, "Oh, well, you don't seem like you're depressed," and that's because they're masking and they're really hurting inside. One of the biggest issues with masking is it can make it harder for people to actually be diagnosed, and it can take a much longer time. People who have lived with various conditions all of their life become pros at masking, trying to fit into societal norms, and everybody thinks they are just like everyone else, and are somewhat surprised when they come out and say, well, no, I've got this problem. However, masking can sometimes make us feel really isolated because we're having to put on this front and no one gets to know the real us. Since getting my ADHD diagnosis, I've been researching ways to cope with certain things better, various strategies and the like, and I've realized that actually I'm already doing some of them. One example is that leaving the house has always been a bit of a problem for me. So many thoughts start going in and out. Oh, I need this, what about that? Oh, you get halfway there, you turn around, you come back, and it's a bit of a kerfuffle, and it pisses everyone else off that it takes you so long to leave your house, even if you thought you were ready 5 minutes before going. A while ago, one of the things I started doing was carrying a rucksack with me everywhere, and it had everything I needed to leave the house. It would usually have, like, my wallet, a spare set of keys clipped inside in case I was to forget them or lose them somewhere, and it might only have those things. My inhaler and medication as well would always be in there. It would always be the backups of stuff, and sometimes that was it. And I also had a little basket by the front door, which was these are my leave the house things. I would have my bag, I'd have that, and I could suddenly leave the house quite quickly, and unless there was a special item I needed for that day for some reason, I was suddenly leaving the house rather quickly. However, if ever anyone moved my bag or put their own stuff in my spot and blocked it or anything like that, it caused some intense anger and caused me to blow up. Now, this is the next topic I'd like to cover off, which is emotional regulation, but I will come back to masking in the future.